So the first part of this problem asks us to calculate the ending raw material dollars when they gave us the actual number of units. And you saw how to do that. Now we're kind of looking at it the other way, and we're trying to figure out what's the ending finished good units of this shelving manufacturer if we know the dollar amount. And the dollar amount is figured out up here. So let me show you how I went ahead and calculated the finished goods inventory, the total units for the shelving company. So a couple key pieces of information and things you need to take away from the chapter is, well, first off, they give us all these costs and they tell us which ones are variable and which are fixed, which it doesn't really matter in this case whether they're fixed or variable. But what does matter is which of these items are actually what we call a product cost and not a period cost. So from reading and listening to the lecture, you know that these costs right here are going to be period costs, so they don't become part of the inventory costs, so we would exclude them, marketing and administrative costs, from the calculation of the finished goods inventory. So that means all of these items, and if you go ahead and you add the cost of all those items and the manufacturing process together, you have $246,000. So we know that during the year we spent $246,000 to manufacture the shelving. Now what they tell us is in the year we had 123,000 units that were actually produced. So we have 123,000 units, and from here we can actually calculate what the total cost per unit is. It's $2 a unit. So each unit costs $2, and we have to figure out how many units, not dollars, we have in ending finished goods. So we know another key piece of information that might not be obvious to you is that we have no work in process. So that means everything we started and produced during the year was converted into a finished good. So that means all of these units made their way through either sitting in finished goods or they've been sold. So we have to figure out how much of these 123,000 units are actually still sitting there and not sold. Well, if you read through the problem, and I don't have this on the screen, they tell us that the finished goods ending inventory is $26,000. So this is actually very simple. If we know that each unit has an average price of $2, the ending units, we divide the dollar amount by 2, and you have 13,000 units, and that's your answer. Again, this 26,000, this is dollars, and this came directly from the problem. They told us that the finished goods ending inventory was $26,000. So here's the answer. It's 13,000 units.